But you mustn't sit on your children.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're looking at the most heartbreaking moments on Diddley Squat Farm. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
But as the day ended, we decided he should be transferred to the intensive care ward.
Number 10. Pepper.
She is not in calf.
Of all the animals on the farm, Pepper's was the story we followed the most intently. Upon buying her, Clarkson made a promise to a little girl that he'd look after her no matter what, but it becomes clear that Pepper isn't getting pregnant.
Put her through the restaurant.
She's definitely not.
No. And she's now fat.
What does that mean?
She doesn't produce anything.
They try artificial insemination and even get a bull in, but it's no use. At the end, Clarkson has a choice: send her to slaughter against the little girl's wishes, or keep her on despite the fact she's not going to generate any revenue for the farm.
But Jeremy's always been his favourite cow.
It is my favourite cow.
Well, choose another one.
Of course, he keeps her. It was heartbreaking to watch him make the choice though, but in a surprising twist, we found out that Pepper had managed to have a calf the following year.
Lisa, we've got a pet cow.
Number 9. Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney's dead.
An animal who wasn't so lucky was Wayne. He was one of Clarkson's 2 rams, bought in Series 1 to breed with his herd of sheep, each named after a legendary shagger, Wayne Rooney and Leonardo DiCaprio respectively. But while Leo got on alright, Wayne was one day found dead in a grueling moment for Clarkson.
How my poor ram had died was a mystery. So after we'd loaded him into the most dignified hearse we could find, the vet took him away to do an autopsy.
An autopsy showed he died of a twisted bowel, which is certainly an unpleasant way to go.
I'm surprised at how sad I am about the death of Wayne, because I am.
Admittedly, the sadness of the moment is undercut by the fact the ram is called Wayne Rooney in the first place. But in this first year of farming for Jeremy, losing any animal was difficult.
I've just come down now because I wanted to make sure that Leo was all right, but he's sort of hiding in that bush over there. And he won't come out, not even for the food.
Number 8. Farmers Clubhouse.
I want to put a Farmers Clubhouse in.
Good idea.
Because, you know, we came here and we met up with those farmers. You said to me, ordinarily they would have been at home.
The existence of the Farmers Clubhouse in Clarkson's pub certainly isn't devastating, but the reason why he added it is Clarkson used his vast platform to shed light on the current mental health crisis among farmers, who take their own lives at a higher rate than the national average.
Just about every farmer in the country was reeling, because 2024 had been an absolute monster.
Many farmers work grueling hours without the constant company that Clarkson has in the form of Caleb, Charlie, Lisa, and so on. Facing the extreme stress of agricultural work, often completely alone, is an appalling burden.
So if this rain doesn't stop in the next 2 weeks, we'll have 2,000 acres of bare fields.
So Clarkson decided to build this clubhouse where only farmers will be served in the top of the Farmer's Dog Pub, giving farmers a space to gather and talk to one another about the job.
But because we all came to the pub and had a pint, you kind of laughed about your problems rather than worried about them.
Number 7. No profits.
I read in the Times yesterday it's the worst year for farmers since 1976.
Dry summer. I know, I remember it well.
After one full year on the farm, it was time for Jeremy to look at the financials, something any farmer dreads.
Which is quite incredible, so, you know...
Well, incredible's one word. That is £90,000 down.
It's enormous. 40% lower.
£90,000 gone because of the weather.
Though he's an independent millionaire thanks to his motoring riches, the farm still has its own accounts, and it's Charlie's job to deliver the news. On the one hand, they are just about in profit, but on the other, the profit is a meagre £144.
So you've made £144 profit from the arable farm.
Yes, the expenses of farming are so high that many farms don't generate profit at all, with the revenue barely covering the running costs. Lots of farm owners can't even pay themselves a proper wage.
What are farmers going to do? I mean, honestly, what are they going to do? The ones who don't have Amazon film crews farming around and who wants to be a millionaire to top up the income.
Number 6, Gerald.
Hi, how's things? Oh, no.
It became clear at the beginning of Series 3 that something was going on with Gerald, the Cotswolds' best dry stone waller, because he was in and out of the doctors. Clarksons eventually told that Gerald has been diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Gerald's got cancer. Oh, shit.
With Gerald resting while undergoing treatments, Caleb and Jeremy team up to tackle the crumbling walls. Jeremy does everything he can to support Gerald. Thankfully, there's a happy ending to this sad moment. Gerald eventually recovers. He might be difficult to understand, but he's beloved not just by the farmers on Diddley Squat, but by the rest of the local community and the audience at home.
He's bewildered because, for obvious reasons, somebody said, look, I'm sorry, it's cancer. That's all he heard.
Yeah.
He's desperately upset. Terrified, poor man.
Number 5, the rain.
There have been grey skies over farming for 6 months now. The sodden ground spells disaster.
With earlier series grappling with the realities of a drought, 2024 had something else to deal with: the rain. Oxfordshire and Gloucestershire saw their second wettest year since records began, leading to widespread flooding on Diddley Squats and its neighbouring farms.
This time, the problem was we'd had almost continuous rain throughout a mild winter.
It was miserable and relentless, and even when the weather clears up, things keep going wrong. The coveted Durham wheat, the farmer's most valuable crop, fails the test it needs to pass to be made into pasta. As Clarkson himself points out, he's not had a single year without record-breaking weather since taking over the farm.
Weather's good.
Hasn't stopped since you left.
I know. It's bad.
Hasn't stopped raining since
Someone
you
say I
left.
timed it well, though.
Number 4, the council.
Up to this point, I'd only been thinking about the needs of Diddley Squat Farm. But in the meeting, it soon became clear that these hard-working folk needed the restaurant even more than we did.
After months of hobnobbing, arguing and debating, Clarkson was finally given the verdict on whether he was allowed to turn his old lambing barn, no longer in use because he'd stopped keeping sheep, into a restaurant. He plans to use only local produce from his fellow struggling farmers in the restaurants, but the council won't allow it because they're still angry about Diddley Squat's car parking situation, which, to be fair, is a nightmare.
And those against? The application is refused.
But it's clear enough that the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. Clear enough to everybody other than the council. They reject the planning application. Jeremy's forced to get creative with an old building on the property, but the following series reveals the council has killed that too.
Unbelievable.
Well, all the farmers, that would have employed, pork and stuff like that, local people.
I know. We told them that.
A cooperative farm. It's not going to happen now, is it?
Number 3, lost lamb.
This little fella was found in the field about an hour ago. He's been abandoned by his mother.
Before Wayne Rooney, and even before the final decision about Pepper, there was this poor abandoned lamb. Left alone by his mother, the weak lamb was eventually moved into Clarkson's house and a makeshift pen.
We noticed the mother last week, actually, in here, wasn't being particularly good. And now she's just abandoned him altogether.
Clarkson and Lisa take it in turns to feed the lamb by hand to try and help him get his strength back. But sometimes, nature takes its course. The lamb sadly doesn't make it and has died by the following morning.
Throughout the night, he grew weaker still.
It hit Jeremy hard, especially after nursing the lamb himself. although he was actually more disturbed by Ellen, the shepherdess, showing him how the male lambs lose their manhood when they're only a few days old.
I'm a man, I've got everything I need. Oh no, she's put a rubber band around them.
Number 2. TB.
And if one of my cows catches it, it has to be shot.
Yes, it has to be, yeah.
Any farmer who works with cows will know the fear of bovine TB. Rife in wild badger populations, it can frequently jump to cows, and if it's not controlled, there will be deadly outbreaks. Clarkson learns about this firsthand in Series 2, chatting to a dairy farmer who's been hit by TB numerous times.
How's things?
We've gone down with TB again, so...
Oh, you're joking.
No.
A positive TB test requires an end to beef and milk production, quarantine, and the culling of all affected animals, which can cost farmers a fortune in lost income. And unfortunately, it's difficult to control. Badger culling is strictly regulated and also not thought to actually be effective, while DEFRA is still trying to develop a working vaccine for cattle.
So that's got to be slaughtered?
Yeah, so it's going to be slaughtered, yeah. Heifer would have been having her baby later on this summer.
Number 1. The piglets.
Are they okay? Darling, are they okay?
Series 1 was sheep, Series 2 was cows, and Series 3 was all about pigs. Unfortunately, the pigs turned out to be the most difficult yet. In this episode, aptly named Harrowing, Clarkson and Lisa come face to face with the realities of a litter of piglets.
She's obviously squashing them.
They're perfect. You're a big, lovely one.
They learn the hard way that pigs are more prone to overlaying than other animals, and that this breed is particularly bad for it.
There's only 7. She can't have killed another one.
Oh, no.
The mother pigs are accidentally crushing their piglets at an extraordinary rate, leaving Clarkson and Lisa emotionally wrecked as they try to protect the surviving piglets from their careless mothers. Even the modifications to the shelters Clarkson makes weren't completely effective.
I just find that heartbreaking.
Let us know in the comments if you've ever shed a tear over Clarkson's farm.